People are just doing what they think they're supposed to do instead of what's speaking to them. What's going on? Derek Hagan here, meaning in life expert. Spent a lot of my life thinking about what makes life meaningful. And when you add money to that, money's role in a meaningful life, you get my weekly column, Meaningful Money Memo. So you can check that out at meaning.blog if you want to. That comes with a lot of the stuff that I talk about in these reactions, but also some little stick figure drawings that help take complex topics and make them digestible for everyday people. Today, checking out Oliver Anthony, I Want to Go Home. I'm going to jump right in. Let's see what it's all about.
Well, if it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. Cause every day living...
Wait a second, man. He's coming out swinging. If it wasn't for the good Lord and my dogs, I think, they'd have me in the psych ward. So like he does with this, it's very bluesy, but also bluegrass. But the blues is like, I've got the blues. My life is a struggle. And so there's undercurrents of that. But there is a positive reframe. And so the positive reframe here is that I have a life worth living because of, and he just names some sources of meaning, his faith and his dogs. 12 seconds in. Start that over.
Well, if it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink.
One day living in this new world is one day too many. So this is like Rich Men, where he talks about what was it? Living in a new world with an old soul. So this new world of, and who knows? I'm mind reading if I try to say what he's thinking. It kind of sounds like cancel culture, political divide, maybe medical divide. Who knows? It's a divided country. Maybe that's what he's talking about with the new world. And it's tough. It's tough for him. It's tough for all of it. I mean, he's saying it's tough from his perspective.
Of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more, and I ain't
Nobody's praying.
I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees, begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which.
Hold on, Lord, take me home. Is he saying I want to go home? I want to go to heaven? If that's true, that is a much darker song than I thought it was going to be. Or maybe home is describing the old world, the non-divided country where people were nicer to each other. Or maybe it's actually literal. I just want to go to my house. I think it's going to be the second one. The old world is home.
I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home.
Man, just coming out line after line after line. I can't even. I gotta play that again. There's always a bill to pay. So there's always some bills are always piling up. I talk a lot about that in my professional world. Paying bills is tough, but you got to pay them and you got to prioritize them. And if that's you might find automating those to be helpful. But it's tough because if you don't pay it, then it becomes overdue, and then that makes it more likely that you will fall into this thing called financial avoidance, which is where you don't want to look at So I've worked with a lot of people who don't open their mail. They just kind of put it in a drawer on top of the fridge, on a counter somewhere, because I don't want to look at it. And if I don't look at it, then I can at least pretend it's not as bad as it is. I want to check out what else he was saying here.
Way, cussing myself.
You don't want to
every
wake up this
damn
way.
day.
I didn't used to wake
There's
up
always
like that.
some kind of bill to pay.
I'm always cursing myself.
People just doing what the rich man say. I
Another callback.
wanna go home.
But people just doing what the rich man say is another way of saying living inauthentically, doing what they think they're supposed to do. And this is the top regret of people that, as they look back on their lives, according to an author named Bronnie Ware, I didn't live a life that was true to myself. I lived a life that others expected of me. So what he's describing is exactly that. People are just doing what they think they're supposed to do instead of what's speaking to them.
Now 4 generations farming the ground. Grandson sells to a man out of town. And 2 weeks later, the trees go down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home.
They're turning this farm into
I wanna go
developed land. Is that
home.
what I'm hearing?
I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself.
I didn't used to wake up this way, cussing myself. There's always a bill to pay. Which he's kind of saying that there's something happened. I didn't used to do this. I didn't used to feel this way. And so maybe that's that old world that he's talking about. And this is the new world. And now in this new world, he always wakes up feeling like crap, cursing himself, possibly hungover and behind on bills. It's just a rough life.
Every damn day, people have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TV say. I
That's even
wanna
better.
go
That's
home.
even better. They just do what the rich men say. And if we go back to Richmond, north of Richmond, he's talking about politicians. It doesn't necessarily need to be politicians. That could be Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses. The keeping up with the Joneses effect is real. And in the 50s, it used to be your neighbors were your Joneses. And then came TV shows, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, MTV Cribs, where all of a sudden now you got to see what however other people were living. And then came social media, and now everybody is the Joneses that you're trying to keep up with. Except, guess what social media is? It's just a curated version of people's lives. It's the life that they want you to see, not their actual real life. But he hit it again. People are just doing what they think they're supposed to do. I'm blindly following. I don't know why I'm doing it or anything, but that's what I'm doing.
If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
See, again, he's got a negative spin on that. Oh, hold on. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? I'm not familiar with this. I'm not a religious person, but this seems to be. He didn't. Maybe he does. Is there a reference? No, there's not. So maybe it's not a Bible verse. Let me know. But it's kind of saying, what's the point? And this is exactly what he was saying. What is the point of having it all if you have to lose your soul to get it? You know, what is the point of getting rich if you lose yourself, if you lose your friends, if you lose your old way of living, what is the point of getting that big house if you have to give up too much to get it? If I have to work 3 jobs in order to afford it, what is the point? Exactly. The point is to find things that are meaningful so that you can live the best life possible with the money that you have. Live the best life possible where you are at now. So I love the song Powerful Message. Let me know if I missed anything. I'll see you next time.